Before we begin, viewer discretion is advised. The following report is based on actual federal court testimony and filings. The content includes sensitive material and is intended for educational and journalistic purposes only. It was supposed to be a calculated move. Jesse and Delilah Combs, the 17-year-old twin daughters of Sean Diddy Combs, were expected to testify on behalf of their father. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation. Would the girls help humanize the music mogul? Would they present him as a caring, protective father figure amid a trial riddled with allegations of racketeering, witness tampering, and sex trafficking? But what unfolded was anything but expected. They entered the courtroom in matching black pantsuits, faces expressionless, their steps steady. They walked past the defense table, past their father, and didn't once look his way. Diddy's confident posture began to fade. Whispers rippled through the room. Before even being sworn in, Jesse addressed the judge directly. "Your Honor, we've prepared our own statements, different from the ones we were given to memorize." A silence fell. The judge looked surprised, then wary. Diddy's attorney rose immediately, requesting a sidebar. Legal documents changed hands. The judge's expression darkened. Then he made the unprecedented call. "Clear the courtroom. All press and spectators must leave." The room froze. But within minutes it was empty, save for essential court personnel and immediate family. The public wouldn't hear what was said behind those doors, not directly, but leaked transcripts and first-hand accounts would later paint a disturbing, intimate portrait. According to sources, the twins began their testimony by describing a carefully curated life of privilege: private schools, designer clothes, front-row seats at award shows, vacations on yachts and private jets. Outwardly, they were the image of luxury. Inwardly, they said, they lived in fear. After their mother, Kim Porter, died suddenly in 2018, Diddy's public messaging was that of a devoted, grieving single father. The reality, according to the girls, was far more fractured. They testified that after Kim's death, their lives were controlled not just by their father, but by a network of assistants, bodyguards, PR agents, and attorneys. "We became props," Jesse said, brought out for photos, interviews, Instagram posts, then sent away. Their voices, they testified, weren't theirs. Every word they spoke in public was crafted by Diddy's PR team, every image staged. Even their personal social media accounts were monitored. "We had captions we were expected to use," Delilah added. "Hashtags, photos selected for us. Our birthdays were media events. Our pain was background noise." The court was told how entire sections of their homes were off-limits during Diddy's parties, especially the East Wing and the pool house. "We weren't allowed to ask questions." One moment stood out in their testimony. Jesse described finding a girl, not much older than them, crying in a guest bathroom during one of the infamous gatherings. She just kept saying she wanted to go home. "We told security. She disappeared. We never saw her again." Their statements turned darker. The girls revealed they had stumbled upon hidden surveillance systems inside Diddy's Miami home. While searching for a charger in an off-limits office, a screen flickered to life, revealing camera feeds from inside bedrooms and bathrooms. When we asked about it, we were told he liked to keep an eye on everything. It was then, they said, they began keeping private journals, notes, reflections, and accounts of what they were witnessing. Later, these journals would form the basis of their decision to testify. The breaking point, they said, came after the FBI raided Diddy's properties in early 2024. They weren't home, but reports of what was found shook them. They searched the East Wing, the place we were never allowed to enter. That's when we knew the rules weren't to protect us, they were to protect him. Diddy's legal team had approached the girls in the weeks before their testimony, presenting them with glowing statements to sign, descriptions of a loving father, of a home full of safety and warmth. "They weren't true," Jesse said. "They were fiction," Delilah added. When they refused, their allowance was delayed. They were denied trips. Family loyalists began checking in more frequently. Then came the call, the one they placed to their father the night before their testimony. "We told him we wouldn't lie on the stand," Jesse said. He went from confusion to rage to cold manipulation. He reminded them of their inheritance, their lifestyle, their future. He said, "Once you cross this line, there's no coming back." They testified that he even tried emotional appeal, mentioning their mother, questioning what she would think. Then he offered us early access to trust funds. When we still said no, he warned us, "If you think you've seen the bad side of me, you haven't." In their most damning revelation, the twins described overhearing their father's legal team discussing them not as daughters, but as leverage. They said no one would believe the worst about him if his own daughters defended him, Jesse said. They secretly recorded that conversation on a school-issued iPad. The audio was submitted as evidence. "That's when we knew," Delilah said. "We weren't family, we were insurance." They took their journals to their maternal aunt, Kim Porter's sister, and with her help, retained independent counsel. What began as catharsis became legal strategy. As their testimony concluded, they were asked, "Why now?" "Because we've been silent too long," Jesse replied. "And silence protects no one but him." Delilah added, "We're not doing this out of hate, we're doing this out of love. For our mum, for the people who didn't get to speak, and for ourselves." Before stepping down from the stand, they addressed their father directly. "You always said family means loyalty," Jesse said. "Today, we're being loyal to the truth." Delilah held up a locket their mother had given them. Inside, a note, "Always speak your truth." "We finally are," she said. Outside the courtroom, the entertainment world trembled. PR firms scrubbed posts, lawyers rechecked NDAs. But the damage was done. 2 teenage girls had shattered a multi-million-dollar illusion. And for once, the silence broke. Not under pressure, but by choice. This story is still unfolding. But if you believe the truth matters, especially when it comes from those who were told to stay quiet, subscribe for updates. Because sometimes the most powerful voices are the ones who were never supposed to speak at all.